Hi, this is a video response to Gcesar's deck contest. The deck that I'll be making is a chain burn deck. So the point of this deck is to burn my opponent's life points away using monster effects, trap cards, magic cards, and basically anything other than swarming my opponent and attacking them with monsters. So first I'll start off with the monsters of the deck. So first we have two Mechadog Marons. Des Koala, Spear Reaper for some stall, Marshmallow for stall and 1,000 life points burn, Morphing Jar since I'll be using a lot of my magic cards and trap cards. My hand will be used pretty quickly, so Morphing Jar is pretty helpful. So only 6 monsters in this deck. The rest are magic and traps. So now onto the magic cards. So Wave Motion Cannon, pretty powerful card if I can keep it on for long enough. Three Tremendous Fires. Two Poison of the Old Man. Chain Strike, one of the main cards in this deck. It can do a lot of damage. So basically the effect is that it inflicts 400 damage times the chain number that this card is activated on. So let's say I chain 4 cards before this, and then I activate this on the 5th chain. It'll do 400 damage times 5, which is 2,000 damage, plus some other damage within the chain. So it can be very powerful. Two staples, Mystical Space Typhoon and Heavy Storm. Book of Moon. Two Emergency Provisions. This card's pretty useful. It gives me additional life points. Since I'll be chaining most of the cards in my deck, this card allows me to gain life points. If I activate at the end of the chain, I can destroy everything else with before this card, and gain 1,000 life points times the number of cards I destroyed, and those destroyed cards for this card's effect still get their effect. So basically I get a lot of life points plus some additional damage. So now to the trap cards. I have two Obgoose for some stall, a Tremendous Fire, Threatening Roar, Compulsory Evacuation Device, Torrential Tribute, three Good Goblin Housekeeping. This card is a very useful card to help me draw. So basically, what this card does is that it allows me to draw one plus the amount of Good Goblin Housekeepings in my graveyard. So if I activate 1 and there's nothing in my graveyard, I get to draw 1 card, and I return 1 card from my hand to the bottom of my deck. But the good stuff of this card is that if I chain it with an emergency provision, if I activate this card last, and these 2 cards are before this chain, I use emergency provision to destroy these 2 cards, sending them to the graveyard. And then these 2 cards will activate in the graveyard, meaning I now have 2 good goblins in the graveyard, so that I get to draw 3 cards, return 1, and then 3 cards, return 1 again. Now I have 2 Reckless Greeds for some more draw power. 3 Just Desserts. A lot of decks these days likes to swarm pretty quick, so Just Desserts can do a lot of damage. 3 Secret Barrels. 200 damage for every card your opponent has. Includes a Trap Zone, Trap and Magic Zone, Monster Zone, and Hand. It's a pretty powerful card. Ojama Trio. This card summons 3 Ojama tokens to your opponent's side of the field that cannot be tributed for tribute summon, and for each Ojama token that's destroyed, it inflicts 300 damage to your opponent's life points. This card can be very useful if you chain it with some other cards, and I'll show you an example. So let's say your opponent has one monster on their side of the field, and they summon another monster. So when they summon another monster, you can activate Torrential Tribute. Then you can chain it with a Secret Barrel, chain that for Chain Link 3 for Just Desserts, Chain Link 4, an Ojama Trio, and Chain Link 5, a Chain Strike. Chain Strike. So how this will work is that since this is activated on Chain Link 5, it'll inflict 2,000 damage. Ojama Trio will activate. It will summon 3 tokens to your opponent's side of the field, plus their other 2 monsters that are already on the field. Just Desserts will inflict 500 damage times 5 monsters, because I just summoned 3 from Ojama Trio, and they have 2 monsters on their side of the field. So I just inflicted 2.5k added on to the Chain Strike of 2k. Now Secret Barrel, since now they have 5 monsters on the field, that's 1,000 damage. Let's say they have 2 cards in their spell trap zone, plus 3 cards in their hand. So that's 5 cards in total added on to another 5 monsters. So that's 2k damage from Secret Barrel. Torrential Tribute will destroy everything on the field, and since I don't play a lot of monsters in this deck, it does not affect me as much. But what it does is it also destroys the 3 tokens from Ojama Trio, inflicting another 9,000 damage. So in total, I've inflicted 9,000 damage, plus 900 damage, plus 2,000, that's 2,900, plus 2,500, which gives me 5,400, plus 2,000, so that gives me 7,400 damage. So the next card is Ceasefire. A lot of monsters are effect monsters these days. No one really uses normal monsters, so this card's pretty helpful, and it negates all flip effects of monsters. So pretty good card. Next I have 2 Dimension Walls. Since I don't really play a lot of monsters in this deck, the Dimension Wall is really helpful because it basically acts as a magic cylinder. So it helps me reflect a lot of powerful attacks that would do a lot of damage to me, and it reflects it back to my opponent's life points. So it's very good to help me stay alive through those hard hits. So that's my main deck, and for the side deck I have some cards that I thought would be helpful. So first we have 2 Double Snares. Since half my deck is trap cards, Royal Decree or Jinzo would really stop me, so Double Snare is pretty helpful. Royal Oppression, anti-meta card, pretty good. Gravity Bind, Messenger of Peace, and a level limit area B. So if I find my opponent to be swarming me pretty quick, and I'm not burning them quick enough, so these 3 cards help me stall, so that they can't attack me, and I'll be getting my burn cards so that I can finish them off. So that's my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like it.